We've been restored. Now what? We think that one of the biggest mistakes that couples can make happens after God restores. They stop rebuilding. They survived the crisis. They forgave each other. They recommitted to their marriage. And they think that the hard part is over. We don't think it is.
Because many couples are still married, but they're not really friends anymore. And we don't believe that's what God intended. God didn't restore your marriage just so you could stay together. He restored your marriage so you can enjoy one another again.
Today, we want to show you 4 practical steps that can help you rebuild the friendship that makes marriage come alive. Let's dive in. Point number 1, restoration opens the door. It doesn't complete the journey. So Teresa, in Philippians 1:6, the New King James Version, it says, being confident of this very thing, he who has begun a good work in you will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. So when God restores something, he gives us an opportunity. Is that right, Teresa?
That's so good. Yes, we have to remember that God does his part, but then there's a part for us to play in that restoration continuing, and it's going to have to take some rebuilding, isn't it, Jeff?
We have to embrace those opportunities. Remember the kingdom of Israel. God delivered them out of Egypt in overnight. Right?
Yes.
It seemed like a moment, but it was like that day he delivered them from Egypt.
That's right.
But learning how to live as God's people took a lot longer.
It did. They didn't know how to trust God. It was amazing.
The same is true in marriage. You may have forgiven each other. Maybe you recommitted yourself to your marriage. You may have experienced incredible healing. We praise God for that.
Yes, praise God.
But healthy marriages are not built on one emotional moment. They're built on thousands and thousands of intentional moments afterward.
That's so good. Yes, so Jeff is saying you can have a real breakthrough in your marriage, but that doesn't take care of everything. There's going to have to be maintenance. There's going to have to be learning to take steps that you haven't been taking before, and it's a process.
Yeah, one conversation won't rebuild years of distance. One apology won't immediately create deep friendship. One date night won't erase months or even years of neglect. But don't become discouraged if everything doesn't feel normal immediately.
That's right.
Growth takes time, friendship takes time, trust takes time, and that's okay. The important thing is you're moving in the right direction.
That's right.
Restoration gives you a new beginning. Friendship gives that new beginning a future.
That's so good. Yes, Jeff, I totally agree.
Point number 2, choose progress over perfection. In New King James Version it says, let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart.
That means you're going to have to stay encouraged about this on a daily basis.
One of the biggest mistakes couples make after restoration is expecting everything to change overnight. Have you ever planted a garden? Teresa, have you ever planted a plant? Or
yeah, planted some plants, like in little pots.
You don't put the seeds in on Saturday and expect a plant on Sunday.
Those vegetables are not going to grow in one day, are they?
You plant on Saturday, you're not eating tomatoes on Sunday.
No.
You're not doing it. Healthy things grow. Relationships grow. Some weeks you'll feel close. Other weeks life gets busy. Sometimes you'll have wonderful conversations, and sometimes you'll misunderstand each other. That's normal. You don't judge your life by one difficult day.
That's so true.
You measure it by this overall direction. Ask yourself, are we moving closer together? Not, are we perfect yet?
That's right.
Remember, God is patient with us. We have to learn to be patient with each other. Teresa?
That's so good. It sounds like an emotional check-in like we've talked about before. When you ask each other, are we feeling closer? Is what we're doing helping us to feel closer? Taking those little steps every day. And some days you don't get to do it as intentionally as you want to, but that's okay. You know you want to do better the next day.
And that's one of the reasons we wrote our new book, You're Not Losing Love, You're Losing Time. It's all about redeeming time in your marriage. And it should be out soon. So okay. Point number 3, you have to start rebuilding your friendship intentionally. Ecclesiastes 9:9 in the New King James Version says, live joyfully with the wife whom you love.
Wow.
Friendship doesn't usually disappear overnight. It slowly fades. And because it faded slowly, it usually returns slow.
That's right.
That's why intentionality matters. Teresa?
Yes, I love that verse saying you can live joyfully with your wife or with your husband. So it's like love is a choice, and choosing joy is something you need to do every day. That's being intentional, deciding we're going to be joyful in our marriage. We're going to care for one another. We're going to treat one another kindly. We're going to be friendly to each other. We're going to be forgiving. Those are all choices.
That's right. Start asking questions again. Start laughing together again. Pray together again. Go for walks. Share meals. Watch the sunset together.
Oh, yes.
Sit on the porch. Take drives. Talk about your dreams. New about your spouse. One of the habits that we learned many times is something simple. Throughout the day, I would ask Teresa, how is Teresa doing? Not just physically, not just what's on her schedule, but what was going on in her heart. How was she feeling? What was affecting her? That simple question kept our friendship alive.
That's right.
It's the small moments repeated consistently that produce extraordinary results. Great marriages aren't built by extraordinary days. They're built by ordinary days lived intentionally.
That's right.
Point number 4, focus on becoming best friends again. Genesis 2:18 tells us in the New King James, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. Now the translation says a help suitable for him. Not just like my assistant. Teresa just isn't my assistant, but she comes alongside.
Yes.
And we're side by side, and she's like military help.
We're stronger together.
It's not like she's my little assistant when I need something. No, she's at my side. She's my military help. So this may surprise some people. The goal is not to just avoid another argument. The goal isn't just merely staying married. The goal is enjoying the person God gave you, the one He is making you one with. God didn't just create marriage to feel like roommates sharing responsibilities.
No.
He created marriage for companionship. Genesis tells us God said it's not good for the man to be alone. Marriage was God's answer, not just to loneliness, but to companionship, to friendship,
Yes.
to partnership. Ask yourself today, when was the last time we truly enjoyed being together?
That's good.
Not because we had to, not because it was on a calendar, just because we simply enjoyed each other's company. And that is worth rebuilding.
Yes, that's how you know that your marriage is moving in the right direction. You're enjoying being together. You're asking each other questions, and you really like spending time together no matter what it is that you're doing.
So let's review. After restoration, first, remember that restoration opens the door. It doesn't finish the journey. Second, choose progress instead of perfection. Third, intentionally rebuild your friendship one
One
small
step
step
at a
at a
time.
time. Forward on becoming best friends again.
Yes.
Because God designed marriage to be much more than surviving. He designed it to flourish.
Yes.
Here's your challenge for the week. Set aside 30 uninterrupted minutes with your spouse. No telephones, no distractions. Simply spend time together. Ask questions, listen, laugh if you can, pray together before you finish. Don't try to solve every problem. Just begin rebuilding your friendship.
That's right.
Sometimes the next step isn't a big one. It's simply spending intentional time together. Thank you so much for joining us today. If this video encouraged you, we'd love to share it with another couple who could use some hope. In our next video, we're going to talk about something extremely practical. Rebuilding trust one day at a time. If trust has been damaged in your marriage, you don't want to miss this conversation. And we'll see you in the video right here, and we'll see you over there. And remember, God designed husband and wife to be friends for life.